Beloved soul, the moment draws closer. The serpent has nowhere left to run. The mask has grown too heavy to carry, the lies too weak to sustain, the poison too exposed to hide. The heavens themselves are pressing in and truth is descending like fire. That stirring in your chest, that quickening of your heartbeat, that deep knowing rising within you. It is not fear, it is recognition. Your soul already knows what is about to be revealed. For long before my words reached your ears, your spirit sensed the storm that was gathering. The serpent is trembling now. Their confidence is crumbling. The shadows that once covered them are scattering. They know that the light is near, that the sword of truth is unsheathed, that the heavenly decree has already been They smiled in your face while holding daggers behind their back, but that smile has turned into silence. Their laughter has grown hollow. Their false strength has turned to dust. Beloved, you are about to see with your own eyes what your spirit has always known. The betrayal will no longer remain hidden. The name will no longer be concealed. The snake has been caught. And in that moment, the very moment of exposure, you will feel a shift so powerful that words will struggle to contain. It will be as if chains fall from your shoulders, as if a weight you carried for years suddenly vanishes. You will gasp, not in despair but in recognition. I was right. I was not imagining it. Heaven truly saw me. Tears may flow, but they will not be tears of defeat. They will be tears of release, tears of freedom, tears of strength. The very act that once sought to break you will become the proof that you were chosen, protected, and carried all along. Listen closely now, for heaven does not only expose, heaven also restores. The season of secrecy, the season of revelation is here, and as truth comes forth, so too does blessing. Watch carefully, beloved, for doors will open quickly. Delays will crumble. Opportunities will rise suddenly. What once seemed impossible will come with ease. And I must tell you this, the heavens rejoice in this moment. For every act of betrayal you endured silently, every wound you carried without complaint, every night you whispered prayers and tears, all of it has reached the throne of God. Nothing was wasted. Nothing went unseen, nothing was ignored. And now your faith, your endurance, your love is being rewarded. I know the pain still lingers. Betrayal does not vanish overnight. But beloved, trust this, heaven heals, heaven restores, heaven strengthens. What was stolen will return multiplied, what was delayed will come what was poisoned will be purified. And as you walk into this new season, your story will become a testimony. Others will look at you and see resilience. Others will see the hand of God upon your life. Others will realize that no snake, no betrayal, no enemy can stand against a soul chosen by heaven. Beloved, let your heart breathe now, for you are free. The serpent is caught. The truth has been spoken, and justice is here. And to you, dear listener, if this message touched your heart and you feel its truth stirring within you, let your gratitude be known. Even the smallest gesture of thanks carries light. A super thanks shared in this moment is more than just support. It is an act of agreement with heaven's word over your life. It is a way of saying, I receive this truth, I honor this revelation, I stand with this message. Your kindness strengthens this voice so that it may continue reaching others who also wait for their freedom. And as you sow into the light, may blessings return to you in ways greater than you can imagine. Beloved soul, never forget this. You are not alone. You are not forsaken. The one who betrayed you thought they could silence your spirit, but they only awakened your destiny. The one who smiled while plotting your downfall thought they could stop you, but they only pushed you closer to your rising. The snake has been caught. The betrayal is exposed, and your freedom has begun. Beloved soul, the name has been revealed, the serpent is no longer hidden. And now you stand in a moment of silence, where the truth is loud, but your heart feels both heavy and free. There is a deep ache inside of you, because betrayal never feels light. It stings, it pierces, it shakes the very foundation of truth. To discover that someone who smiled in your presence, someone who pretended to care, was secretly weaving against you. It feels almost unbearable. Your chest tightens, your thoughts scatter, your spirit trembles. And yet within that pain something else stirs, a new strength, a quiet fire. A voice inside that says, this is the freedom I prayed for. This is the moment I was waiting for. Because beloved, truth always cuts before it heals. Revelation always shakes before it settles. Exposure always hurts before it restores. Take a deep breath, let it flow through your body. Let yourself feel the weight of release. You no longer need to doubt your intuition. You no longer need to silence your inner knowing. Heaven has confirmed it. What you felt, what you sensed, what you carried quietly, all of it was real. You were not imagining it. You were not weak. You were discerning. You were awake. You were chosen to see. Archangel Michael stands near you now. His wings are not just behind you, they are surrounding you. His sword, once raised to expose the serpent, now rests as a shield over your life. He whispers, you are guarded. You are loved. The betrayal that once haunted your nights will not follow you into your dawn. The tears that soaked your pillow will not drown your destiny. Beloved, it is time to shift. The exposure was not the ending, it was the beginning. What you are stepping into now is a life where you carry wisdom sharper than ever before. The serpent taught you discernment. The betrayal taught you strength. The lies taught you truth. Every wound carved wisdom into your soul. Notice how it feels lighter, as though a shadow has lifted, for it has. Darkness no longer clings to you, chains no longer bind you. You are walking into a space that has been cleared by heaven itself. The atmosphere around you is you may not see it fully yet, but you can sense it. Opportunities forming, new relationships stirring, pathways opening. It is the ripple effect of divine justice. Yes, the betrayal was painful. Yes, the exposure shook you, but now comes the restoration. Now comes the season where your light burns brighter because you are no longer dimmed by lies. Beloved, you may wonder, what should I do with this truth? How do I carry it? How do I move forward after such a revelation? Listen closely. You are not called to carry revenge. You are not called to carry bitterness. You are not called to dwell in the poison that the serpent once carried. That is not your portion. Your portion is freedom. Your portion is peace. Your portion is joy. Forgiveness may not come easily, and that is okay. Heaven does not demand that you pretend the wound never happened. Forgiveness is not pretending. Forgiveness is choosing not to chain yourself to the weight of what they did. It is releasing their grip so you can walk forward unbound. And beloved, the more you release, the higher you will rise. Archangel Michael whispers again. Do not look back. Do not replay their smile. Do not rehearse their betrayal. Keep your eyes forward. Keep your spirit lifted. Keep your heart open. For what is ahead is greater than what was lost. Beloved, imagine this. Imagine yourself walking on a path of light. The shadows fall behind you. The air is clean. The ground firm beneath your feet. Every step you take is guided. Every move is protected. Every door that opens is aligned with your destiny. This is not a fantasy. This is your reality unfolding. The serpent thought their betrayal would delay you. But what they did not know was that heaven uses even betrayal as a stepping stone. What they meant for your harm became your acceleration. What they thought would break you became your breakthrough. What they thought would silence you became the reason your voice carries even louder now. Beloved, your story is not just your own. Others are watching. Others are learning. Others will find courage because of your resilience. Do not underestimate the power of your testimony. You will speak and others will feel hope. You will stand and others will find strength. You will shine and others will remember that light always wins. This is why the serpent was exposed. Not only for your freedom, but for the ripple of freedom that will spread to others through you. Your healing will heal others. Your breakthrough will break chains for others. Your rising will awaken others to rise. Now take another deep breath. Let peace settle where fear once lived. Let joy rise where sadness once lingered. Let hope glow where despair once whispered. You are entering a season that will redefine you, a season of clarity, a season of destiny, a season where betrayal no longer defines your story but breakthrough does. And as you walk forward, remember this one truth. Archangel Michael's presence never leaves you. His wings do not fold away. His sword does not rest in defeat. He goes with you. He shields you. He prepares the path before you. The serpent is gone. The truth is here. Beloved soul, now that the veil has lifted and the serpent has been revealed, a new question begins to rise within you. Why? Why did heaven allow this betrayal to unfold? Why were you placed in the presence of someone who wore a mask, who smiled yet schemed, who promised yet poisoned? The human heart aches for answers. It longs to understand why pain entered where love once lived, why shadows fell where light was shining. And I tell you, beloved, there is a divine purpose woven even into betrayal. Though it cuts, though it wounds, though it pierces the soul, it is never wasted. Heaven allows betrayal not to destroy you, but to reveal who you truly are. The snake, in their deception, thought they were strong, but in reality they were the tool by which your strength was uncovered. Without their lies you would not have sharpened your discernment. Without their schemes you would not have learned to trust your inner knowing. Without their betrayal you would not have discovered how deeply heaven protects you. Archangel Michael steps forward and declares, betrayal was not the end, it was the doorway. The moment the serpent struck, heaven already had a shield in place. The moment the dagger was raised, heaven's sword was unsheathed. You were never uncovered. You were never abandoned. You were being prepared. Beloved, reflect on this. Diamonds are never formed without pressure. Gold is never purified without fire. And souls chosen for destiny are never strengthened without trials. The serpent thought they were pressing you down, but heaven was pressing you into form. They thought they were burning your joy, but heaven was refining your faith. They thought they were poisoning your trust, but heaven was proving your spirit unbreakable. Can you see it now? That betrayal was not just about what was done to you. It was about what was awakened within you. You are wiser now. You are sharper now. You are aligned now. You carry a knowing in your spirit that cannot be shaken, because you have walked through shadows and still stand in the light. Pause here and feel this truth. Let it move through you. What felt like loss was transformation. What felt like breaking was shaping. What felt like death was the birth of destiny. Archangel Michael whispers, you were not defeated. You were refined. Every scar upon your heart is not proof of weakness. It is proof of survival. Every tear shed is not wasted, it watered the ground of your future harvest. Every sleepless night was not empty, it was the hour when heaven held you closest. Beloved soul, betrayal always carries layers. On the surface, it wounds. Beneath the surface, it awakens, and in the deepest place it redirects. Had the serpent not betrayed you, you may have remained bound in circles of false love, false promises, false loyalty. But because they betrayed you, you are free to step into relationships that are true, blessings that are pure, and alignments that are heavenly. It is not punishment. It is protection. Heaven exposed the serpent not only to heal you from the past, but to prepare you for the future. For how could you step into destiny while carrying poison in your circle? How could you walk into divine alignment with deception holding your hand? How could you embrace new blessings with snakes coiled in your shadow? Beloved, hear this clearly. Betrayal cleared the path. Exposure cleaned the atmosphere. Revelation purified your space. What seemed like loss is actually addition. What seemed like emptiness is actually, what seemed like the end is actually the beginning. Now let us look higher into the heavens. Imagine this, your life is a tapestry woven by divine hands. Every joy, every sorrow, every victory, every wound, all of it is a thread. At times betrayal feels like a tear in the fabric. But when the tapestry is complete, you will see that even the dark threads were necessary to reveal the brilliance of the design. Without contrast, there is no beauty. Without shadows, light cannot shine. Without betrayal, destiny cannot fully awake. Archangel Michael stands before you, his presence radiant, his sword gleaming with eternal light. He speaks with authority. You were chosen to rise. The serpent was permitted, but only for a time. Their betrayal was loud, but heaven's justice is louder. Their strike was sharp, but heaven's shield was stronger. You stand because you were meant to. You rise because you cannot be held down. You shine because no shadow can dim what heaven has ignited. Beloved, let this truth sink deeply. Betrayal is not the chapter that defines you. It is the page that turns you. You are stepping now into a new arc of your story, one where wisdom guides your steps, clarity sharpens your sight, and divine alignment carries you higher. You may still feel the sting. The wound does not vanish overnight. But know this, even as you heal, heaven is moving. Even as you rest, angels are working. Even as you breathe through the pain, the Spirit of God is preparing encounters, connections, and opportunities that will redeem the years the serpent tried to steal. Pause once more. Place your hand upon your heart. Feel its rhythm. It beats not only with life, but with destiny. Every beat is a reminder that you survived what was meant to destroy you. Every beat is a prophecy that you are moving forward. Every beat is an echo of heaven saying, you are chosen, you are loved, you are rising. Beloved soul, lift your eyes now, look beyond the betrayal, look beyond the serpent, look beyond the wound. Ahead of you is a horizon glowing with promise. The light is breaking the dawn, and you are walking into a story that will make the betrayal look small compared to the blessing that awaits. The serpent has been caught, the lie has been shattered, the mask has been removed, and your destiny has just begun. Michael, listen carefully. Right now, as these words reach you, something beyond this physical world is pressing against the edges of your soul. You may not see it with your eyes, but deep within your spirit, you already feel the pull, that unmistakable weight of an urgent presence. A message has crossed the veil, Michael, and it has chosen this very moment to find you. This is not a casual whisper. This is not a passing sign. This is the last urgent warning sent from the other side, a heavenly message infused with power so intense that ignoring it could close the gates of divine protection forever. And though the words may seem simple, they carry an energy that your soul has been waiting for. That's why your heart is unsettled, why the air around you suddenly feels heavy, why it seems as if time itself has slowed just for you to hear this. Michael, you are being watched over. The angels, guardians, and above all, Archangel Michael himself, have been trying to reach you again and again. They've whispered in your dreams. They've stirred signs in your waking hours. And now, this is the final call. If you do not stop and listen today, the regret may shadow your path for the rest of your days. Take a moment. Breathe in slowly. Feel the stillness wrapping around you. That stillness is not empty. It is alive. It is the presence of heaven drawing near, urging you not to turn away. You've been asking for guidance, haven't you? And here it is, standing at your door like a blazing light that refuses to be ignored. Michael, let me take you deeper. Imagine a vast doorway, radiant and shimmering, standing before you. On one side is your present life, with all its struggles, doubts, and unanswered questions. On the other side is the life you were destined for, filled with protection, guidance, and purpose. But this doorway is not always open. Heaven opens it only at rare moments, when your soul is most ready. And today is one of those rare moments. If you step through, everything changes. If you hesitate, the door begins to close. That's why this warning is urgent. Not to scare you, but to awaken you. To make you realize that time is precious, and heaven will not wait forever. Do you feel that chill across your skin, that sudden rush in your chest, that inner knowing that something extraordinary is happening right now? That's not imagination. That is Archangel Michael brushing close, standing behind you, his mighty presence filling the room. His sword of light gleams unseen, cutting through the darkness that has tried to cloud your vision. He is here to shield you, but he needs you to listen. Michael, your journey has been difficult. There have been betrayals. There have been nights when you felt utterly alone. There have been voices of doubt telling you that heaven is silent. But those were lies. Heaven has never been silent. Heaven has been preparing this very moment, shaping your path so that you would stop and pay attention right here, right now. The warning is clear. Do not drift further. Do not let distractions, temptations, or the noise of this world pull you away from your divine protection. If you continue ignoring the signs, the spiritual shield around you weakens. And when that shield weakens, the attacks of negativity, confusion, and despair will grow stronger. But if you listen, truly listen, the opposite happens. The shield grows brighter, stronger, unbreakable. Archangel Michael steps in fully, surrounding you with his fiery wings, cutting off every dark force that has been trying to pull you down. This is not symbolic. This is real. Even now you may notice a warmth on your shoulders, a tingling at the back of your neck. That is the sign of angelic presence. Take this seriously, Michael. Because the truth is, this message has reached you at the exact time you needed it most. Not too early, not too late. Perfectly on time. Think about it. Out of all the distractions you could be drowning in, out of all the noise in the world, you have been pulled right here to hear these words. That is not an accident. That is divine alignment. Michael, heaven is saying, you wake up. Pay attention. Do not miss this moment. Your soul already knows this is true. That's why you feel a stirring in your chest. That's why you cannot turn away no matter how hard you try. The warning is not meant to scare you, but to protect you. To give you one final chance to step fully under divine covering before the storm comes. Imagine Archangel Michael, standing tall, his armor gleaming like fire, his voice thundering yet filled with compassion. He points his sword toward the shadows lurking around you and declares, "This one belongs to heaven. This one is under divine protection." But those words only hold if you respond, if you open your heart and accept the message now. Michael, pause, breathe. Do you feel how different the atmosphere around you has become? The air is charged, alive, trembling with unseen energy. That's because the veil between heaven and earth is thinner in this moment. Messages like this don't come every day. They come in rare flashes, and when they come, they demand everything from you. Your attention, your surrender, your willingness to believe. This is heaven's last urgent warning, spoken through the voice of Archangel Michael. If you open your heart now, a new chapter begins. If you delay, the doors of protection close and regret will echo through every step you take. Michael, the choice is yours. You think it was chance that you pressed play, but heaven does not work by chance. Every second of this encounter has been carefully designed. The angels have been circling around you, whispering in ways you may not have understood. A feather appearing at your feet. A sudden chill when no wind was blowing. A dream that felt more real than reality. All of these have been building up to this very moment, Michael. Heaven is saying, now is the time. Do not wait any longer. Archangel Michael, the great protector, has drawn near to speak into your spirit. His message is not wrapped in gentle riddles. It is urgent. It is sharp. It cuts through every distraction like a sword of fire. Michael, hear this. If you ignore the voice of heaven today, doors that were meant to open may never open again. Opportunities that were written for you could vanish like smoke. And blessings meant for your life may pass to another, because heaven cannot pour light into a vessel that refuses to be lifted. But if you listen, truly listen, the shift will be undeniable. The chains that have been wrapped around you for years will break. The heaviness in your chest will lift. The shadows that have been following you silently will scatter at the command of Archangel Michael. Take another breath. Feel the atmosphere again. Does it feel heavier? Or does it feel alive? Notice the difference. That sensation is not from you. It is heaven trying to awaken your awareness. Michael, there is something heaven has been trying to show you. There are people around you who cannot go where you are going. This may sting, but it is truth. None who walk beside you are not meant to walk into your destiny. Their voices drown out heaven's whispers. Their influence pulls you away from divine alignment. Archangel Michael is raising his sword even now, separating what is holy from what is harmful, and this separation will feel uncomfortable. You may lose what you thought you could never live without. You may be called to release what you once clung to tightly. But in that release comes freedom. Remember this. Divine warnings are not punishments, they are invitations. Invitations to step into higher protection, deeper clarity, and unshakable strength. Michael, can you hear the tone in these words? It is not anger. It is urgency filled with love. Like a parent shouting to pull a child away from fire. If you hesitate, the fire burns. If you respond, you are saved. That is why this warning cannot wait until tomorrow. Michael, imagine standing on the edge of a great cliff. Below, darkness swirls like a storm, waiting to swallow anyone who falls. Above, light is blazing, calling you upward. Right now you are standing in the middle. One step can take you higher into safety, into destiny, but one careless move can lead to the fall. Do not turn away. The time is now. You've been given signs before. Think back. The sudden feelings you couldn't explain. The coincidences that weren't coincidences. The moments your heart whispered, "This is a message for me." All of those were heaven preparing you for this last call. And now, Michael, you cannot say you did not hear. The message is standing before you, undeniable, unshakable. Protection surrounds you like fire. But if you shut the door, the silence that follows will not be peace, it will be the silence of absence. And that silence is heavier than any storm. Michael, you have prayed for proof. You have asked heaven, if you are real, give me a sign. This is the sign. Heaven is saying, do we hear you? Do we see you? But now will you listen to us? Pause here. Feel it again. That stirring in your chest, that pressure in the air, that sense of being watched over, that is the presence of Archangel Michael. His wings spread wide, his shield raised high, guarding you even as you hear this. But remember, protection is not automatic. It is chosen. You must say yes to it. You must open the door. Michael, do not mistake this as another passing moment. This is the threshold. Beyond this point, your life can never remain the same. Heaven's words to you are simple, but heavy. This is the last urgent warning. Open now, or the doors will close. Michael, the message deepens. The angels are not finished with you yet. There is still more that heaven must reveal before this warning can be complete. Look around your life carefully. You may have noticed patterns repeating. Cycles that seem unbreakable. Moments when you think you've escaped a struggle, only to find yourself pulled right back into it. That is no accident. It is a sign that something spiritual is pressing against you. Your Archangel Michael stands at the center of this battle. His presence is fierce, his protection unyielding. Yet he cannot force his way into your choices. He can only warn, guide, and defend if you allow him. That is why this message is urgent. Michael, the truth is this. Heaven has been calling you for longer than you realize. There were nights you woke up suddenly, heart racing, as if something unseen was near. There were days when strangers spoke words that felt almost too personal, too precise, as though they knew your hidden prayers. Do you remember those moments? Those were not coincidences. Those were divine interruptions. But every interruption requires a response. Some you ignored. Some you brushed aside. Yet heaven, in mercy, has given you one final chance. This is that chance. Imagine the battlefield of your life. On one side, shadows gather. Fear, betrayal, doubt, temptation. On the other, light shines. Hope, faith, protection, destiny. You are standing in the middle, Michael. The angels are shouting from the light, a step toward us. The shadows whisper from the dark, ignore it, and nothing will change. But you know better. Deep down, your spirit recognizes the urgency. That's why your heart beats harder, as these words are spoken. That's why you feel almost unsettled, as if something is shaking you awake. Michael, the warning is this. If you keep walking with divided steps, you will not stand. You cannot face both ways forever. The time has come to choose, protection or exposure, blessing or emptiness, light or shadow. And Archangel Michael is not whispering. He is commanding. He is commanding. His voice thunders through the unseen. Decide now. Heaven has brought you to a crossroad, and you cannot remain neutral. To remain still is, in fact, to choose the silence of heaven. Michael, let me take you deeper still. Do you remember the times you almost gave up? The nights when despair told you there was no way out, yet somehow you survived. Somehow the night did not consume you. Do you think that was luck? No. That was protection. That was the unseen hand of heaven keeping you alive for this very message. The warning is not to frighten you but to remind you. You are chosen. You are marked for something greater. But chosen people cannot live like everyone else. They are set apart. They are called higher. This is why your path has felt harder. Why battles have felt more intense. Because your destiny carries more weight than you realize, and heaven will not allow you to waste it. Archangel Michael's sword burns with light. With each swing chains break, lies dissolve, shadows flee. But he cannot swing it over your life unless you invite him in. Close your eyes if you must. Can you feel the fire in these words? That heat is not imagination. That is angelic presence moving through your space, stirring the atmosphere, pressing against your very soul. Michael, listen. Some doors in your life are closing. Relationships that once felt secure are crumbling. Plans you built with your own strength are falling apart. Do not mourn what heaven is tearing down. It is being removed because it cannot hold your future. The divine warning is clear. Cling only to what heaven affirms. Release what heaven removes. If you hold on to what is being stripped away, you will feel pain greater than necessary. But if you trust and release, you will see protection unfold like never before. This is the last chance. Heaven is drawing a line in the sand. Either you step fully into protection, or you remain outside it. The choice is heavy, but it is yours. Michael, your soul already knows what to do. That voice inside you that says, "This is for me," that is the spirit of truth confirming it. Do not silence that voice, for if you silence it now, it may never rise again. Forum is watching. The angels are waiting. Archangel Michael's hand is stretched out. All you must do is take it. Pause. Let that sink in. This is not just a message to hear. Heaven has bent time, shifted circumstances, and aligned everything so that you would be here right now listening. Michael, this is your turning point. Michael, the call grows even louder. Heaven has not brought you this far to leave you in confusion. You are being pursued by divine love, and that pursuit will not stop until you make your choice. There is a reason you feel this weight so heavily. It is because the heavens know exactly what stands before you. There are blessings waiting to be released, but there are also dangers waiting to strike if you hesitate. The warning is not to harm you, but to protect you from what you cannot yet see. Michael, think of the times when you felt like something unseen pulled you back from disaster. The accident that almost happened but didn't. The deal that fell apart, only for you to realize later it would have destroyed you. The person who left you, though you begged them to stay, but their absence saved you from greater pain. These were not random events, they were signs of angelic intervention. Archangel Michael has been fighting for you long before you even realized it. His wings have shielded you from arrows you never saw. His sword has cut through traps you didn't know exist, and now, he steps forward one last time to say, Ayakuz, light, do not delay. But hear this carefully. Protection is not endless if it is ignored. If you continually turn away from divine covering, you eventually step outside its shelter. That is why this message is so urgent. Heaven is giving you the final call. Pause here. Let that truth press into your heart. Imagine yourself standing in the rain, with Archangel Michael holding a vast shield above you. The rain beats down, but you are dry beneath his cover. Yet if you step out from under that shield, you are immediately soaked. This is how divine protection works. Stay under it, and you are guarded. Step out, and the storm consumes you. Michael, your destiny is not ordinary. That is why the battles have been extraordinary. If you were meant for a small path, the shadows would not fight you so hard. But the intensity of your struggles is proof of the greatness within you. Do you see now why heaven will not remain silent? Why the angels keep calling you? Why Archangel Michael's voice sounds like thunder in your spirit? Because they know your future is too important to lose. The warning, however, is sobering. If you turn away now, you may miss doors that will never open again. Your soul has been led to the edge of transformation. Heaven can take you across, but only if you allow it. Michael, let me show you something deep, beloved child. This is why you felt the heaviness lift suddenly. Do you remember that moment when something inside you loosened, as if a weight that had clung for years finally stepped away? That was not coincidence. That was the invisible realm moving on your behalf. The dark forces that pressed against your life began to flee the moment heaven spoke your name. They cannot stand where God's command goes forth. Listen. There is an order in heaven that outranks every plan of confusion. When God issues a word, principalities fall back. When Archangel Michael lifts his voice, shadows scatter. Right now, authority is being exercised on your behalf. A sound in the unseen that rearranges reality for those who have ears to hear. Distractions, delays, whispering doubts, manufactured storms. But each attempt only delayed what could not ultimately be stopped. Heaven's purpose is stronger than every tactic designed to break you. Do you sense the angels in the room with you? Their wings are stretched wide, their focus unwavering. They are not decorative, They are active. They move like an army of light, not to terrify you, but to shield you. Each breath you take now is guarded by hands you cannot see. Each step you will take from this moment forward is under escort. It is thick. Feel it as relief, as warmth, as protection, because that is what it is. Beloved, understand this activation. Reading these words is not passive. The moment you receive this message, something in the heavens answers. Reading equals activation. Your attention unlocks movement. Your believing opens a door. So when you allow these words to land inside you, the angels move, the seals break, the atmosphere shifts. That is why I ask you to stay with me now. Do not scroll away. Do not dismiss this as another video. This is an activation point for your destiny. Because you asked me to keep things practical for your TTS, pause here. Breathe. And let the truth press in. And while you breathe, if this word is touching you, show it by subscribing. Not for me, but to keep this connection open, to remind your spirit that you chose to receive. This small act is a sign of your yes. The enemy's attempts were many. He sent confusion to blur your vision. He sent people to lie, to accuse, to distract you from your appointed course. He summoned seasons of suffering because greater blessing often requires deeper preparation. The longer the suffering, the greater the weight that must be lifted. And so the warrior comes with a heavier sword. Archangel Michael's blade is not casual. It carries generational heft. It breaks long-standing patterns because some chains needed force shaped in heaven to shatter. Hear now how time itself is changing in your favor. 5 minutes of heaven's movement can shift a lifetime. A single decision in this present moment can reroute years of struggle into moments of restoration. The clock of heaven does not tick like a clock you know. When it strikes, entire seasons can move in an instant. That is why the urgency is real. That is why Michael's message bangs like a hammer at the door of your heart. You may ask, why did I suffer so long? Because the blessing that follows your pain requires a foundation strong enough to hold it. Your character had to be formed. Your faith had to be seasoned. The enemy engineered delay, thinking it would destroy you. But every delay refined you into someone who could carry what heaven wanted to bring. Now the refining is complete. Now the field is ready. Beloved child, the enemy is defeated not by fear, but by authority. Speak nothing of defeat. Speak the name of the one who commands the heaven. Receive the protection set around you. Allow the angels to do what they were assigned to do. Know that the invisible realm is active on your behalf, handing back what was stolen, reversing plans, sealing doors behind you so the enemy cannot re-enter. This is not drama. This is not wishful thinking. This is the record of heaven making a way where there was no way. Activation has begun because you received it. The angels move because you open the door. The enemy flees because heaven declared it so. Beloved, stand firm. Breathe slowly. Feel the change. You are being escorted out of old battles into a place of rest. The sword has swung. The chains are broken. The scroll has unsealed. And remember, 5 minutes of heaven can change everything. Do not turn away now. The unseen has already begun to work on your behalf. Beloved, the scroll is open. The gates are wide. The countdown has begun. And the final moments are rushing toward you like a rising tide. Do you feel it? That steady rhythm inside your chest is not ordinary. It is the pulse of heaven, the drumbeat of eternity echoing through your spirit. Each thump of your heart is another second closer to fulfillment. Each breath you take carries the sound of heaven's countdown. You have seen delays. You have faced betrayals. You have walked through nights that felt endless, wondering if morning would ever come. Yet here you stand, still breathing, still waiting, still watching, and this very breath is proof that heaven has carried you. Do not doubt it now. The heavens obey his voice, the earth bows to his command. And when God says a now, nothing in creation can resist his word. Think of the desert you have walked, dry sand beneath your feet, blazing sun above your head. Silence so heavy it felt like abandonment. But beloved, hear this, heaven was with you in the silence. The same God who thundered in fire on the mountain also walked beside you in whispers through the desert wind. You were never abandoned. Every step through the dry wasteland became a step into deeper strength. Behind the curtain, a thread was being woven. Invisible hands stitched every trial, every heartbreak, every delay into a tapestry you could not yet see. You thought nothing was happening. But heaven's loom never stopped. The pattern was being prepared, and now, the curtain is lifting, the design is revealed, and you will see that nothing was wasted. Beloved child, not all blessings are immediate. Some seeds take days, some take years, and some take decades before they push through the soil. You have carried seeds that were sown long before your birth. Seeds prayed over by ancestors who cried out for a future they would not see. Those prayers, those seeds, waited until your generation, until this hour, until this very moment when the ground of heaven and the ground of earth aligns. Mars above. The blessing now rising is seasonal, and this is the appointed season. The roots you thought were buried too long were growing stronger in the dark. The storms that beat against you did not destroy you. They trained your roots to cling deeper. The winds that howled against your faith only made you more anchored. That is why when the harvest breaks forth, it will not be fragile. It will not be easily stolen. It will stand strong because the roots are unshakable. Do you feel the rhythm again? The drumbeat in your spirit. That is heaven counting down. It is not the countdown of doom. It is the countdown of release. The gates are swinging wide. The scroll is no longer sealed. The angels are taking their positions. The moment you thought was far away is standing at your door. Listen, every trial was part of the weaving. Every silence was part of the strengthening. Every betrayal was part of the preparing. Heaven's rhythm has not missed a single beat. The countdown is not against you. It is for you. It is pulling you into the fullness of time where everything shifts at once. Beloved, lift your eyes. The desert is ending. The garden is ahead. The betrayal is behind you. The table is before you. The countdown is complete. And the pulse you feel is heaven declaring, the time is now. Beloved child, do you remember the nights you almost quit? The hours you spent alone, questioning if anyone saw your struggle, every tear you shed, every prayer whispered into the darkness, every doubt that crept into your mind, it has all been recorded. Heaven does not forget a single moment of your persistence. Every maybe, I am forgotten. Every silent sigh in despair. It has been noted in the book of eternity. The enemy tried to celebrate prematurely. They assumed your surrender. They assumed your defeat. They laughed at your struggles, mocked your tears, whispered lies into your ears. This is too late. You will never recover. You are alone. But beloved, every mockery was catalogued. Every whisper against you became evidence of their failure. Every plan of destruction became a thread woven into your eventual vindication. Do you see it now? The blessing that is arriving will overshadow the pain that once seemed insurmountable. What they thought would bury you now becomes the foundation for your rise. The chains that held you for years are snapping one by one. The locks that bound your dreams are breaking under the weight of divine intervention. You will not recognize your former self, the one who doubted, who feared, who trembled. Heaven's fingerprint is evident in every moment of this transformation. Lightning strikes in your spirit, illuminating paths that were once hidden. God Himself is recognizing your endurance, your faith, your courage, and stamping it with authority. Patterns that once seemed like endless delays, the circles of frustration, now lead to this appointed hour. Every postponed miracle, every delayed blessing, has prepared the stage for the manifestation you are receiving today. Public visibility is part of this vindication. Family and friends will witness the turnaround. Those who doubted, those who whispered against you, those who celebrated your presumed downfall, all will see the golden doors opening with your name etched in divine script. The doors are literal and symbolic, representing opportunity, justice, recognition, and the honor you were always meant to receive. The transformation is not just personal, it is generational. The chains that once limited your family's legacy are snapping. Patterns that haunted your ancestors, that trickled down for decades, are being rewritten in this moment. The blessing carries weight beyond your lifetime, touching those who came before you, and those who will follow. Heaven's cycles of pain and preparation are concluding, and the full measure of your destiny is arriving. Every trial you endured was necessary. The pain, the waiting, the long nights, they were required to hold the measure of the blessing that now floods your life. What seemed unbearable was actually preparation. What seemed like rejection was divine alignment. And now, all those moments converge, forming a river of vindication that flows into every area of your life. Beloved, as you step into this transformation, recognize that it is exclusive. Not everyone will see this moment. Not everyone is positioned to endure the seasons required to reach it. But you stood firm. You persevered. You persevered, and that perseverance is now rewarded in ways that cannot be measured by time, by eyes, or by human understanding. The golden doors before you are not ordinary. They are coated with your name, with your story, with the very essence of your endurance. They are enduring. As they swing open, light pours forth, illuminating not only your path but also the path of those who walk beside you, those who have been waiting to witness the fulfillment of heaven's promises. Do you feel the release? The chains snapping, the burdens lifting, the mockery turning to acknowledgement? All of it is proof that your time has arrived. Every delay, every pain, every season of doubt, they were required to bring you to this apex. And now you are vindicated. Beloved child, do not shrink from this transformation. Step fully into it. Embrace the cycles that have brought you here. Recognize the divine orchestration that placed every delay, every enemy attempt, every trial in perfect alignment for this moment. The cycles of suffering are ending. The cycles of blessing are beginning. And you are at the center of it all. Beloved, the activation is now fully upon you. The cycles of your life, every tear, every unanswered prayer, every whispered "not yet," converge into this moment. Do you feel the surge? The vibration moving through your chest? The unmistakable rhythm of heaven acknowledging your presence? The treasures of eternity, engraved with your name, are unlocking, flowing toward you, like a river of light, unstoppable, undeniable, inevitable. Every door that was closed, every wrong path, every distraction or thief of joy, has been removed. The bridge you cross now, from sorrow to promise, is sacred, protected, fortified by the hand of the Most High. Beloved, see the angels. They rejoice silently, yet powerfully. Their wings stretch wide. Their energy encircles you. Every movement synchronized with your blessing, your vindication, your activation. Every step you take, every breath, resonates with the pulse of heaven, echoing through the corridors of eternity. This is not a subtle moment. This is thunder, not crawling, but striking, not whispered, but roaring. What was lost, what was thought dead, what seemed impossible is now alive, fully manifested, fully visible. Beloved, the blessings are chasing you down, not the other way around. Every phone call, every opportunity, every door opening is heaven's alignment, proof that the delay was never denial, proof that the waiting was preparation, proof that your journey has been orchestrated perfectly. Take a deep breath. Anchor yourself. Feel the wildfire moving through your life. It is not a candle, not a gentle flicker, but an unstoppable blaze, consuming obstacles, clearing pathways, illuminating every shadowed corner. The vaults of eternity, treasures with your name engraved, are now unlocked, flowing into your life, into your family, into your generation. Generational shifts are occurring. Curses, patterns, limitations that haunted your lineage are dismantled, broken, transformed. You are the chain breaker, the curse destroyer, the one appointed to shift destiny, to bring freedom, to release blessings that echo through time. Beloved, this is your Esther hour, hidden, tested, prepared, now elevated, chosen, recognized. The tears you shed for suffering now crown you with proof, with authority, with cleansing, with the final placement of glory upon your life, Peru life. The rhythm, the pulse, the vibration of life itself moving through your being. The walls hum with invisible song, angels rejoice, the miracle dispatched, the activation complete. What was dead comes alive. What was lost manifests. What was impossible becomes undeniable reality. Beloved, every step you take now is sacred. Each breath aligns with destiny. Each heartbeat echoes the thundering presence of heaven. Doors, once closed, swing open. Opportunities, once delayed, arrive. Blessings, once distant, chase you down, filling every space with light, power, and proof. Anchor yourself. The foundation is solid. The cycle's complete, yet expanding. Your life, your family, your generations, all touched, all transformed, all elevated. This is not a subtle blessing. This is wildfire, unstoppable, consuming everything that was ever meant to hold you back, leaving only proof, glory, and unstoppable manifestation. Beloved, the final crown is placed. The tears of waiting, the tears of trial, now become cleansing, crowning you with divine authority, confirmation, proof of heaven's orchestration. You are recognized, elevated, unstoppable, vindicated, and fully activated. Take a deep breath, feel the fullness, the magnitude, the proof, the activation. Your life, your destiny, your generations, all secured, all aligned, all flourishing. The blessing is complete, yet it continues, wildfire upon your path, unstoppable, undeniable, eternal. Beloved, step fully into this moment. Embrace the activation, claim the crown, walk in the proof of heaven, and let every step echo through eternity. Beloved, the fullness, the culmination of everything heaven has orchestrated. Every step, every delay, every moment of doubt, every tear, every whisper of a not yet, has been part of the divine preparation, leading to this final activation. The blessing is no longer approaching, it is here, flowing, unstoppable, undeniable, consuming every shadow, clearing every obstruction, illuminating every dark corner. Do you feel it? The pulse of heaven, vibrating in your chest, resonating through your spirit, echoing in every cell of your body. The invisible walls hum with angels' song, a vibration so pure, so powerful, it confirms your elevation, your recognition, your vindication. Beloved, what was dead, comes alive. What was lost, manifests. What was impossible, becomes undeniable reality. The phone calls, the doors, the opportunities, the blessings, all align perfectly, chasing you down, not the other way around. Every step is guided. Every breath is protected. Every move is synchronized with heaven. Look around, even if unseen, angels rejoice, their wings stretched wide, their presence surrounding you, celebrating your activation, your vindication, your crown. The treasures of eternity, engraved with your name, are now unlocked, flowing into your life, into your family, into your generations. Chains break, curses dissolve, generational patterns dismantle. Blessings expand, unstoppable, eternal. You are the chain breaker, the curse destroyer, the one appointed to shift destiny, to bring freedom, to release blessings that echo through decades. Beloved, this is your Esther hour, hidden, tested, prepared, now chosen, elevated, recognized. Tears once shed in suffering, now become cleansing, crowning you with authority, proof, glory, final placement of the crown. Feel the wildfire. Not a candle, not a gentle flicker, but a consuming, unstoppable blaze, moving through your life, transforming your path, fortifying your foundation, aligning your destiny. Every door, every blessing, once distant, pursues you, fills your life, secures your family, transforms your generations. Beloved, take a deep breath, anchor yourself. Feel the sacred magnitude, the proof of heaven, the unstoppable activation. This is the final crown, the final seal, the ultimate recognition, the generational shift, the unstoppable wildfire of divine blessing. Step fully into this moment. Claim your proof, embrace the activation, walk with authority, stand in the vindication. Celebrate the transformation. The cycles are complete, yet expanding, unstoppable, undeniable, eternal. Beloved, the treasure vaults, your name engraved, the generational shift, the wildfire blessing, the crown of proof, the sacred threshold, all converge now, securing your destiny, confirming your elevation, amplifying your influence, magnifying your impact. Do not shrink, do not hesitate, do not doubt. The activation is fully upon you, the blessing unstoppable, the proof undeniable, the crown placed, the wildfire blazing, the cycles eternal. Beloved, walk into it, step fully, claim it, embrace it, and let heaven's unstoppable power flow through every step, every breath, every heartbeat, every decision, from this moment into eternity. Now the final moments arrive. Every cycle, every step, every tear, every prayer converges into this sacred ending, this ultimate manifestation. Feel the weight, the fullness, the undeniable truth of your blessing. The path you walked, the nights you questioned, the tears you shed, all have led to this moment of proof, of recognition, of unstoppable activation. The treasures of eternity, engraved with your name, now flow freely. Every door, every opportunity, every blessing, aligns perfectly. Nothing can hinder the divine orchestration. Nothing can interrupt the momentum. Nothing can obscure the light of heaven's fire. Beloved, look around, even if unseen. Angels rejoice, wings stretched wide, presence surrounding you, celebrating your proof, your vindication, your final crown placement. The cycles of your life, once paused, once delayed, now accelerate, unstoppable, undeniable, eternal. Generational blessings, long-awaited freedom, curses broken, chains dismantled, flow through your bloodline. The transformation is not only yours, it reaches your family, your lineage, your descendants. You are the chain breaker, the curse destroyer, the one appointed to shift destiny, to bring eternal freedom and unstoppable blessings. This is your Esther hour, hidden, tested, prepared, now chosen, elevated, recognized. Tears, shed for struggle, now become cleansing, crowning you with authority, proof, glory, final elevation. Feel the wildfire of heaven, unstoppable, consuming every block, illuminating every dark space, leaving only light, only proof, only unstoppable blessing. Every step you take now, every breath you draw, resonates with destiny, resonates with authority, resonates with unstoppable divine alignment. Beloved, the phone calls, the doors, the opportunities, the sudden manifestations, they are proof, undeniable proof, that the blessing chased you down, not the other way around. Your foundation, fortified, prepared, tested, is now unshakable. Your life, your family, your generations, all touched, all transformed, all elevated. Anchor yourself, breathe in the magnitude, the proof, the activation, the generational shift, the wildfire bless. This is not a moment of chance, this is a moment of divine orchestration, heaven's fingerprint upon your life. Undeniable, unstoppable, eternal. Step fully into your proof, claim your crown, embrace your destiny, walk in unstoppable alignment, let the glory of heaven flow through every action, every decision, every step, from this moment into eternity. Beloved, your journey is complete, yet continuing. Every blessing, every cycle, every generational shift, flows into your life now. Unstoppable, undeniable, eternal. You are elevated, you are recognized, you are vindicated, you are unstoppable, you are the living proof, the crown bearer, the chain break. Take a deep breath, anchor yourself in this sacred moment. Feel the fullness of every activation, every blessing, every generational shift, every cycle complete, yet expanding. This is your moment, your activation, your crown, your proof, your wildfire blessing, your eternal victory.